I've always, for better or for worse, have followed my heart and my instincts, and this is where it brought me to.
Just when we thought the Bennifer saga was over, a shocking new twist has emerged. Jennifer Lopez is allegedly demanding half of Ben Affleck's $150 million fortune in their divorce. The Hollywood power couple, who rekindled their romance after almost 2 decades, is now reportedly heading towards a bitter split. According to sources, Jennifer Lopez, who is worth around $400 million herself, is demanding a substantial portion of Ben Affleck's fortune. This surprising development has left many fans and followers of the couple in shock. It's an interesting situation considering that both stars have fortunes of their own. The legal battle ahead promises to be a dramatic one, with high stakes and potentially explosive revelations.
It's a juggling act, just like any mom who works. It's hard because you feel that tug and that pull, and then you have these responsibilities, and you know, it's a juggling act. It's a heartbreaking little juggling act.
So, Jennifer Lopez wants half of Ben's $150 million fortune. This revelation has sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Fans who have followed their journey are now wondering what went wrong and why Jennifer Lopez is seeking such a portion of Ben Affleck's wealth. Jennifer Lopez makes about $400 million herself. And why is she going after Ben's money? Hollywood is definitely strange. It's baffling to think that someone with such immense wealth would feel the need to claim a large chunk of her partner's fortune. Is it about the money, or is there more to the story? Could it be a strategic move in a bitter divorce battle? These questions are on everyone's minds as we try to understand the motivations behind this demand. While Bennifer 2.0 had a romance that captivated fans, their love story, which began in the early 2000s and reignited nearly 2 decades later, seemed like a fairy tale come true. Fans were thrilled to see them back together, sharing romantic moments and public displays of affection. But it seems the fairy tale is ending in a bitter divorce. Sources claim Jennifer Lopez picked up the tab during their marriage, covering lavish expenses. Now she allegedly wants his money too. This financial dynamic is at the heart of their current conflict. Reports suggest that Jennifer often paid for their extravagant lifestyle, including private jets, luxurious vacations, and high-end purchases. She is now seeking compensation for these expenses, arguing that she carried the financial burden in their relationship. The allegations about their financial arrangements raise several questions. Why would Jennifer, who has such substantial wealth, feel the need to seek reimbursement from Ben? Was there an agreement between them regarding their expenses, or is this demand a new development in the wake of their separation? These are the questions that make this story so complex. It paints a picture of Jennifer as the one shouldering the financial responsibilities, while Ben is portrayed as a cheapskate who grumbled about spending money. If this is true, there is a possible source of conflict that may have contributed to their breakup. On the other hand, it's important to consider the possibility of media exaggeration. Divorce is a highly personal and often controversial process, and stories like these can sometimes be blown out of proportion. Whether Jennifer's demand is a calculated move or a legitimate claim remains to be seen.
We're totally different people now, and we're the same. And we have the same love. 100%, like I'd never fallen out of love with you. I had just put it over here.
Now, divorce lawyers have shared that Jennifer Lopez's demand for half of Ben Affleck's $150 million fortune is likely more about media strategy than a solid legal argument. In most divorce cases, especially where both parties are wealthy, living expenses are not usually reimbursed unless there's a specific clause in a prenup or marital agreement stating otherwise. This means Jennifer's claim to recoup her spending on their lifestyle might not hold much weight in court. Could Jennifer Lopez be using this as leverage in their divorce negotiations? It's possible. Divorce proceedings are often filled with moves and counter-moves. By making a high-profile demand, Jennifer could be attempting to sway public opinion, pressure Ben into a quicker settlement, or gain an upper hand in their negotiations. The media frenzy around this story could be exactly what she needs to ensure her demands are taken seriously. Let's break down what might actually be possible in their divorce settlement. In California, where they filed for divorce, community property laws apply. This means anything acquired during the marriage is typically divided equally. However, since both Ben and Jennifer have premarital wealth, their situation is complex. Assets acquired before their marriage are usually considered separate property unless commingled with marital assets. Given their financial portfolios, determining what is community property and what is separate could be a lengthy and complicated process. Jennifer's claim to reimbursement for expenses could be based on the argument that she paid for their lifestyle, which she might believe Ben should contribute to, given their agreement or verbal understanding. But, as many legal experts point out, without a solid legal basis or clear agreement, this demand may not hold up. It's more likely a tactic to underscore her position in the settlement talks.
We're Have a good day.
Yeah, you got it.
Well, Ben Affleck's public behavior has been very interesting. Despite the chaos, he has been spotted wearing his wedding ring, which some speculate is his attempt to keep the peace and avoid escalating the conflict with Jennifer. It could be a simple gesture to maintain a semblance of normalcy or to avoid provoking further drama. This move might also be his way of showing that, despite everything, he is trying to handle the situation with as much grace and dignity as possible. Insiders say Ben is living in fear of Jennifer Lopez's reaction and potential backlash. This fear is not just about the legal battles, but also the public perception and media coverage. Ben feels anxious about how Jennifer might use their public image and her media influence to paint him in a negative light. It's a stressful situation for anyone, especially someone who values their privacy as much as Ben does. Keeping the ring on might be a way for Ben show that he is not ready to completely sever ties or that he is still respectful of the marriage's history. On the other hand, taking it off could be a clear statement of his intent to move on and leave the past behind. Ben's strategy appears to be one of damage control. He's reportedly trying to minimize conflict, avoid direct confrontations with Jennifer, and keep the public image as neutral as possible.
Okay, we're not doing that.
No, estaban cerrados.
Thank
No
you so
hay-
much,
no hay
guys. Really
preguntas.
appreciate it. Thank
No,
you. Thank you.
No estamos tomando
You know
preguntas.
better than that.
Come on, don't come in here with that energy, please. If I could just end on one
Yes.
thing, is that Jen is a producer on this movie, and the reason why I'm here and the reason why Sterling was in this beautiful movie is because Jen cares. And Jen cares about things like representation and diversity, and she's a boss. And she's an incredible creative and an icon, and that's what I think we should celebrate her for today.
Now, Jennifer Lopez has been active in the press, painting Ben as the bad guy. Is this part of her strategy to win public sympathy? It seems so. In her documentary, The Greatest Love Story, Never Told Jennifer Lopez shares her side. But is it the whole truth? This documentary, released just as rumors of their marital troubles began to surface, provides an intimate look into their relationship from Jennifer's perspective. While it's compelling and well-produced, some critics argue that it's a one-sided portrayal. The timing of its release and the selective nature of its content suggest it's part of a larger strategy to control the narrative. It paints a picture of Jennifer as the dedicated, loving partner who did everything she could to make the marriage work. But is it an accurate reflection of reality or a carefully curated version designed to elicit empathy and support? Many people are calling Jennifer Lopez a gaslighting narcissist. Some view Jennifer's actions as manipulative, accusing her of gaslighting Ben and using her media presence to rewrite the story in her favor. A person commented saying, "Why does she need his money? Leave with what you came with." Another one wrote, "Here's Jennifer doing what she has done for so long in the music industry to many artists, stealing something that isn't hers." The stakes are high, and both parties have much to lose, not just financially but also in terms of their public image. There are a few potential outcomes we could see unfold for this high-stakes divorce. Peaceful settlement. Despite the current tension, there's always a chance that cooler heads will prevail and they'll reach a settlement behind closed doors. This would be the best outcome for both their public images and personal lives. Court battle. If they can't agree, the divorce could go to court. This would mean a prolonged legal battle with each side presenting their case, leading to a public airing of their grievances and potentially damaging revelations. Reconciliation efforts. Well, there's always a slim chance they might attempt to reconcile, either for the sake of their public image or due to their feelings. However, this would require effort and compromise from both parties. Only time will tell how these things will take place. But what are your thoughts on this situation? Let us know in the comments. See you in the next video.